Hello everyone and welcome back to Monsters of the Past. As always, I'm your host Mr. G. Second to last episode, baby. And humorously enough, both of the last episodes are about creatures with long necks. So, let's just talk about our first long neck creature of the final two. We got Elasmosaurus. Elasmosaurus means thin-plated lizard, and is a member of the elasmosaur family. It was a carnivore that lived during the late Cretaceous in North America. Elasmosaurus was 23 feet long, making it the biggest species of plesiosaur. As I just said, elasmosauruses were plesiosaurs, which are a group of aquatic reptiles famous for their long necks. These long necks have made them very notable amongst the general public, and they're debatably the most famous of the aquatic reptiles of the Mesozoic. Although, like all famous prehistoric animals, there's a lot of misinformation about them. For one, contrary to popular belief, plesiosaurs could not hold their neck above the water in that swan-like pose you always see them doing in media. Secondly, their bodies were actually not equipped to go on land, and most evidence seems to indicate they gave live birth in the water, and they didn't go on land and lay eggs like sea turtles. Thirdly, a lot of people claim they ate rocks for buoyancy. However, testing this theory indicates that the weight difference caused by those rocks wouldn't have created a significant difference in buoyancy, which makes most paleontologists believe that those rocks were gastroliths that were swallowed to help with digestion. Also, this one isn't a misconception nowadays, but a funny story, when plesiosaurs were first discovered, their heads were put on their tails, and it was thought that their necks were their tails. Yeah, just one of those funny stories. I guess I should probably talk about why plesiosaurs had these long necks. This has long been a debate amongst paleontologists, although they almost all relate back to feeding. Over the years, many theories have been proposed, such as them laying at the bottom of the floor while their necks searched for fish, or the reverse, where they would hang out at the surface and let their neck point down. And another, which is definitely possible, is that the neck helped plesiosaurs sneak up on fish, as the head would have reached the fish before the flippers making noise would have given them away. Some other notable plesiosaurs include the British plesiosaur, Cryptoclydus. There's Plesiosaurus itself, which is where the group got its name from. And there was Styxosaurus, which I'm only bringing up because I think it has a cool name. Now that we got that out of the way, let's look at the card. Well, I'm just glad that they're not portraying it holding its neck up like a certain monster, because, like I said earlier, that's very common in plesiosaur depictions. In fact, the back of this card even mentions this as a theory that proves that even paleontologists can be wrong sometimes. This card does make an error with its size estimate, though. Elasmosaurus is only known from fragmentary remains, but most estimates nowadays place it at about 23 or 5-ish feet long. Here they give it its 1800s measurements and make it 46 feet long. Also, this card brings up the theory of them eating rocks for buoyancy, which, as I said earlier, has more or less been discredited. Overall, I give this card an 8 out of 10. Now let's look at Elasmosaurus in pop culture. Some Elasmosaurs appear in Fantasia, and Elasmosaurus appears in the Land Before Time series. They were in Jurassic Park 3 Park Builder, Jurassic Park Builder for mobile devices, and Jurassic World the game. They were in the movie Journey to the Center of the Earth. A pod of them appeared in the Walking with Dinosaurs spin-off Sea Monsters. And finally, in the video game Ark Survival Evolved, the animal known as plesiosaurs are revealed to actually be a species of elasmosaurs. That's all for this episode of Monsters of the Past. Join me next time when we finish off this series with another long neck. Bye!